What's up, guys? This is Resurrise. We all know the new Call of Duty World War II is coming right around the corner. With all the hype of the next Call of Duty returning to its roots and being boots on the ground, what better way to celebrate it than for me to just rank these Call of Duties based on my opinion? Some of you might be asking, well, that's just fucking unfair because it's your fucking opinion. Well, I know these rankings are going to be subjective, but I will give my full explanation to why I think a certain Call of Duty should be in the position it is at. Be warned though that this list is going to be very unpopular, as I am not putting nostalgia as a huge factor. Also, I am not including Call of Duties 1, 2, or 3 in this list as I do not remember what happens in them. And they weren't really meant for multiplayer, even though some of them didn't have it. And by the way, I'm a Call of Duty OG. I've been playing Call of Duty since I was 4th grade, so like 9 years old. And I started from fuck, I'm a dumbass, but Call of Duty World at War, and I've been playing ever since Infinite Warfare. And I know what I'm talking about when it comes to these Call of Duties. Alright, now let's get into the video. So, kicking things off at number 10, we have Infinite Warfare being the worst Call of Duty. Okay, let's start off by saying how Infinite Warfare was just an embarrassment. So, when it came out, it was missing so many important components. First of all, leaderboards weren't in it, combat records weren't even in it, theater mode was never made, which was like disappointing because lots of people made their content from theater mode. And it's a new ass COD, so I don't see why they wouldn't have had it. And not even emblem editors were even made yet until like late February. And you know what they all said? Coming soon. It just got everyone pissed off. Coming soon. Coming soon as in 3 months. 3 months after it was released. That was just a disgrace. And it was just an incomplete game to begin with. Infinite Warfare was so bad that developers had to sell it as a bundle with Modern Warfare Remastered in order to gain more sales. And you might be wondering how a bundle might make it have more sales. Well, lots of people were big fanboys of Call of Duty 4, so lots of people just bought it because of that, and that's the main reason people bought Infinite Warfare, was just because of the bundle of COD 4. They probably didn't even play it either. And in addition to that, you know what's even more embarrassment? Infinite Warfare was the only Call of Duty to fucking have a free trial for a whole week. No, I'm not talking about a beta. I'm actually talking about a free trial. Like, you have this game, after it was released, you could play it. Okay, now, the gameplay was just complete dog shit. The maps were just so fucking boring and bland. They were not memorable at all. Like, something memorable like Rust from MW2, Nuketown from BO1. In this game, you can't think of anything. Like, you think of, like, there might be some good maps, but they don't compare to other ones. And not to mention how these maps have, like, the same color scheme. For example, Throwback and Present. They're, like, bluish white, like, across the entire map. Like, it just looks so boring and empty and dull. And another example is Scorch and Skydock. It's like brown and orange color scheme, like so fucking dark. I know like it's like that because it takes place in like a planet, but still like no creativity. It's just so uncreative and unoriginal. Why the maps are boring? Well, they're just filled with buildings and open areas. There's like no place for creative like plays or sneak routes. There's only like a few maps with these, but like honestly, who would play this game? You can like never make creative plays. Like by creative plays, I mean like sneaky flanks, sneaky sniping spots. None of that is in this game. And lethal and tacticals are not a huge playmaker in this game. Some people might like it because they fucking hate getting spammed by nades, but it just makes the game so boring because all you kill people with is guns, like no creative teamwork with like grenades or anything. Yeah, and it's just like the only creative thing I can think of is like people wall running in the air and like head glitching. That's all this game's filled with. It's fucking cancer. The movement in this game just sucks. It's just jumping and sliding. No creative movement, like Guy says. I emphasize this with all my heart. You could dash or like ground slam, but it requires a rig. I don't see why. This game has no skill factor either. Most of these guns have no recoil, so like you can suck at this game and just like pre-aim the whole time and just kill someone because it has no fucking recoil. Like for example, the ERAD and the NV4, no recoil, shoots fast, like 4 bullets and no recoil, overpowered as shit. The equipment and rigs are just annoying as hell. We have like trip mines, dome shields, the black hole gun. I don't know what it's called. I don't play this shit much, but it's just garbage. And they're just like for ruining streaks, not even for like making plays. And a lot of people are like, when you get bored of the multiplayer, there should be an alternative. But no, this game has zombies mode, but it's just garbage. It's like a childish Treyarch zombie. It has no variety, and it feels so repetitive. Yeah. Like, there's nothing much to do. Once you open everything in the map, it's just running around and, like, no map dynamics besides, like, a random zombie boss that spawns in, but that's about it. And the campaigns, like, lots of people like it, I heard, but honestly, I'm not a sci-fi fan, and I didn't like the campaigns much. I forgot to mention the overall shitty technical difficulties. About, let's say, 20% of the games I play, it lags me out and puts me back to main menu saying, "Ooh, connection lost." What the fuck? It like ruins my fucking win-loss and it pisses me off. Like, it's so fucking annoying. Like, it lags me out against tryhards and then, like, I'm like, why lag me out? I have perfect connection. I wasn't lagging at all, and it just kicks me out. And another technical difficulty is how it doesn't balance the players correctly. Like, you go in lobbies and you see, like, it matches a 7v4, 8v4, 6v3. Like, it doesn't balance it. It's just, I don't even know how it works. It makes an unbalanced game. So like like one team has a team advantage, the other's like left with no mans at all. Oh my god, this game is just the worst COD. Overall, this Call of Duty was incomplete to begin with and was not memorable at all. It died after the first month, maybe even the first week, with the lack of variety, creativity, and just boring-ass gameplay. I'm awarding Infinite Warfare as the worst Call of Duty of all times. So next on the list, we have Call of Duty 4. Now, whoa, don't attack me now. Please note that I only played the remastered version and not the original version, so I do not know if this will affect the ranking for other people. This Call of Duty was just average for me, honestly. It is filled with people throwing stuns and flash grenades and frag grenades. And I don't want to sound like cocky and shit, and like mean and stuff, but it just pisses me off to how there's no counter to these things. Like, no flak jacket, no tac mask. Like, if they just chuck your stun at you, you're automatically dead. There's no way getting out. Like, seriously. And everyone has these in their classes as is required by default. Because this game, like, You can't have a class without a frag or like tactical grenade because the game requires you to have it. And not to mention the 3 times frag. Oh my god. Like you just get chuck naded across the map and it's unavoidable because there's no flat jacket and you can't really outrun a grenade when it's cooked. You're just dead. And this game, I know a lot of people might like the slow pace like gameplay, but I honestly don't like it. It requires like players to pre-aim and camp everywhere. It's because like the sprint out time for this game is just slow as fuck. It's like 2 seconds, and average Call of Duty sprint out times is like a .6 seconds. It's just so slow in this game. And that just causes the gameplay to be slow. Like everyone's just camping with their AR snipers, and just like they have to play like that. You can't you can't sprint out and then hopefully kill someone. You're just dead. Like a pre-aimer will always shit on a guy running at him. This game is just too tactical, and I just don't like it. People might like it, but I'm not into this like slow ass gameplay shit. And this game, like, the major reason I like got bored of this game is because the lack of variety in choices of class customization. For example, there are only 3 kill streaks, which are the UAV, airstrike, and the attack helicopter. Not only does the kill streak have no variety, but also the gun attachments and the perk system. Players can only have one attachment for their gun and only one perk, and everyone's like forced to run stopping power and jug because those are essential for gunfights. If you don't have them, like you're at a fucking huge disadvantage for gunfights. And this causes a lot of players to make sacrifices for more important perks, and it just it just ruins the variety this game could have had. Lots of people may like this game overall, but I cannot see myself playing it due to the lack of variety and just the slow ass forced gameplay. I know I sound harsh on this game, but I'm just being honest. It's just no variety for me to have any replay value. Yeah. At number 8, we have Modern Warfare 2. Again, please don't attack me. Let me start off by saying what I liked about this game. The Spec Op was just fun and challenging, and it was a good couch co-op thing to play with a friend. I remember when I was like 5th grade, I was playing with my brother and cousin, and we were just having fun on veteran like beating these missions on veteran because it was just hard as hell, but it was rewarding at the end when you finish it. You were like, "Ooh, I just completed a hard Spec Op mission on veteran," and you just felt so good completing it. And also the campaigns, like it was so memorable and good. Like we had the ending where I don't even want to spoil the ending, but it was just memorable, and like all the betrayal in there, it was just good. And the memorable characters and shit like Soap, Captain Price, General Shepard, yeah, good times. Let's say the soundtrack. I think it was the best soundtrack out of any Call of Duty. Like honestly, I don't think any Call of Duty could top off the soundtrack in this game. It was just so like it was when I first bought the game and I started the main menu. I was like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be epic." That's fucking music in my ears. Like, fucking love it. It was just so good. But I'm not really ranking these Call of Duties hugely on the co-op and single players. No, those are just a minor bonus to help me determine my ranking. Multiplayer is a huge factor like right now, as that's what everyone really plays Call of Duty for. This Call of Duty was so revolutionary as it introduced a bunch of kill streaks and something cool such as a nuke, a AC-130, a chopper gunner, Harrier, etc. and tons of streaks. Like, by tons of streaks, like, there's, I want to say at least 15 streaks in that game, rather than just a plain free 5-7 streak system. Like, that was just boring as shit. It also introduced pro perks, so like sleight of hands pro. It makes you aim faster. Let's see. Steady aim pro. You can hold your breath longer with sniper. And set rep pro. You can hear people's footsteps more. And players are now allowed to have one attachment on their gun, so it made the creativity go up. They had to use bling to do that though. That perk called bling. This Call of Duty was so much fun with all these gunplays and new gameplays. It was fast-paced and it had tons of action, so you would never get bored of it. And these maps were just so sexy. We had Rust, Favela, Terminal, and other cool maps. This Call of Duty just had so much variety and so much fun. Like, everyone enjoyed it. I enjoyed it myself. And I can see why everyone had the great nostalgic memories for Modern Warfare 2. Now, a bunch of you may be asking me, why the fuck are you crazy? You're putting it only at number 8? Well, there's this one big problem called flaws, and the worst flaws I can imagine in this game, and a lot of people might guess it, but it's one-man army noob tubes. Every lobby I encountered, we had people spamming grenade launcher with one-man army and danger close, and it made the game like have no skills and it was cancer. You couldn't avoid these grenade launchers. It just made it so frustrating and not fun. And because there was no way to like do good if anyone was using it, you just die like before they could see you, because they have infinite grenade launchers from resupplying from the one-man army. There was blast shield as an equipment, but it sucked fucking donkey ass. It did nothing but like it removed your HUD and it barely gave you any explosive protection. And a noob tube would still one hit you even if you had blast shield. It may seem ridiculous to only put this good ass Modern Warfare 2 at number 8 just for this one complaint, but every lobby was so populated by this that it made the game not enjoyable at all. It was rare to find a lobby where everyone was using like normal guns and not fucking noob tubes. Don't get me wrong, this Call of Duty could have easily been on my not number 5, top 5, but flaws have to be a consideration to these rankings, and I cannot get past the one-man army noob tube flaws. It was just so bad. Everyone knows about it. And besides, I liked all the Call of Duties after number 8. I didn't hate all of them, so like I see this as a fair position for Modern Warfare 2.